Let's see here. Oh, my chain got hung. Alright, that's good. No hive beetles that I can see so far. No dead bees, so my gap problem that I had that was causing bees to get in here, I think they were sneaking in and through one of the gaps in the sides here and getting lost and dying of starvation. There's no dead bees in this time though, so that's a good thing. Let's see how the feeder's doing. I filled that feeder up Tuesday also. Tuesday morning. I was going to do an inspection, but it was threatening rain, so I just wanted to get them fed. So they've used half a jar of feed in a little over 3 days. That was good. Just bang the hive bank. So, alright. Finish filling this up. Looks like they've been, like it's been kind of dripping, I guess, with the low temperatures last night and the temperature creeping up today. It's probably pushed some sugar water out and onto the screen. All right, there we go. Kind of like to do a quick inspection today. I don't really want to bother them. Of course, there's no way to do a real quick inspection on this hive. And it had a lot of fake practice queen cells or whatever. What is the deal? Okay, there are no bees back here. What is going on? Please don't tell me they swarmed. No, they're all up front. Why aren't there any bees back here in the back? The last three combs, they don't look like they've got any bees on them. Was it that cold last night? Huh. That's odd. There are usually bees everywhere. All back here in the back. And there have been hive beetles even. I don't even see even any hive beetles. There's a part of a dead bee. There's a hive beetle. What is going on? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. And this is 5. I think they've actually, I have to look back on my videos, but I think this is the one that I was trying, that they had started drawn out comb on, and it really just hadn't gone very far. So I think this is the one. I think they're almost finished with this one. This is the latest. Hive beetles. Hive beetles, hive beetles, hive beetles. There's nothing in it. A little bit of nectar. But yeah, I'll have to look back, because if this is the one that they have been working on, I don't think it is though. Then they're really being slow. I'm feeding them, trying to get them to draw that one out. Here's a piece of comb attached to the side. This one actually looks, like it's new comb. feels like new comb too. There's nothing in it other than a little capped honey on the top. And some freaking hive beetles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hive beetles on this one that I can see. It's hard to kill hive beetles when they're on the comb, but this is some of the comb that's been there a while. So and if there's queen cells, it's in this time of year, if there are queen cells, especially if they're not capped, I'm going to go ahead and pinch them, tear them off, because it's getting way too late in the year for them to be swarming. Is that a dead bee, or is that one that's trying to hatch? Looks like a dead bee to me. And I don't have my little tool. No, he's alive. I guess he's just hatching. And there's one that looks like it's hatching because it's backed into the cell. Those are all drone cells. And I've got a good mind to take my knife and just slice off all those drone cells. Same thing on that side. Make them rebuild them. Maybe they'll rebuild it in regular worker cells. I'm not going to do that just yet. I may do that before I leave, though. I don't know. Those are all worker cells that have hatched out. I don't see any eggs. Of course, I never can. I don't see any larvae. They may be backfilling that with honey. Yeah, they're backfilling that with honey. So maybe they're starting to put up their honey stores for the year. It doesn't appear that I've got as many bees as I did, but I don't think they've had time to swarm since my last inspection. A lot of drone cells. I may have to cut those off too. A lot of drone cells. All those are drone cells on the bottom, but maybe they're starting to chew them off. There's a hole. I may end up having to come back in these two. The first two, what I call honey bars, have a lot of drone in them, so I may end up coming back and cutting those off. I don't know. Oh, that's light. That's way light. See, I think a lot of that had drone cells on it, and they've already chewed it off. There's the queen right there. Maybe she's gonna start laying in here, but at least it's all worker brood or worker cells. It's not like drone cells like a lot of the other ones. See a few dead bees, a couple of 3 dead bees on the bottom. They have propolized this entire vent hole that I've got here. They have propolized it shut, and they've got that one probably 70% propolized. So I don't know how much good vent holes did, drilling the vent holes. Alright, there are larvae in that, all worker brood larvae. I can't see eggs because I never can, but there are brood. They're different ages of larvae. I can see very small larvae, bigger larvae. They're all different ages, so that's good. Oh, that's all capped, most of it. That's good. They're doing good. That's good. If I quit smashing bees, it would help. Yeah, haven't seen any queen cells yet. So the queen was on the very first, what I call brood bar. A lot of brood on that one. Capped brood. That's good. A lot of capped brood on that one. That's good. I don't have to worry about looking for the queen, just because I already found her. Just queen cells. And hopefully I won't come across any of those. If I do today, I'm pinching them. Unless they're capped. The wind's blowing in my face. All I gotta do to smoke myself is just pump my smoker 2 or 3 times. That's nice. She's doing a good job there. Man, look at that. Ain't that pretty? See how smooth those edges are, and then how full it is? Boy, I like seeing that. They've got one of those little communication holes or whatever I've seen them called. Hey, whatever suits them, as long as it keeps them building brood and putting up honey for the winter. That's all hatched out, or most of it. Yeah, looks like they're getting those ready for her to lay back in. She's back here, so maybe she'll start working her way. Maybe she'll go back to the front and start working her way back, or however she does that. I don't know if she'll just work her way back up to the front or go up there and work her way back. There's a lot of brood on this one that I can see. Most of it looks like to be hatched out. Still haven't seen any other queen cells or queen cups. Excuse me. Proper term, I guess, would be like those. All right, that's all that's brood. Some of it's capped, some of it's not. There's nothing in those. No egg. No egg, no nothing. So I just pinched them. If they want to do it again, they got to start from scratch. I prefer they didn't, because I'm not sure right now that a swarm, even if I didn't catch it, well, I don't see how a swarm could survive swarming this late, because they'll have to, one, they'll have to establish themselves, they'll have to build comb, and then they'll have to put up enough honey to get them through the year, through the winter. And we don't have terribly harsh winters here in Arkansas, but we have plenty of yeah, there's nothing in that one, so that one's getting destroyed. But we have our periods of time that's really, really cold that they couldn't get out, so they would have to have enough honey to get them through, you know, a few weeks anyway. And there's nothing that balloons that during that time, so they would actually have to have even more than that. See, I don't know if that's a queen cell or not, but I'm fixing to mess it up. She has a lot of drone, or a lot of brood, I don't see that many drone cells now, so that's making me feel a lot better about it. There is nothing in that cell either, so that one's getting destroyed. You can chew it off, or y'all can build it back, but it's not going to get an egg anytime soon. I mean, if they swarmed it, and if I caught them or split them, at least I would have the opportunity to feed them through the winter. But I've heard people, even people feeding, say if they don't have enough honey stores, it's very hard to get them through the winter. Man, she's doing so well on brood. She's a laying machine. I have no idea why they would want to supersede her, if that's what they're trying to do, or if they're trying to swarm. To me, it makes more sense that they try to swarm with her, try to get her out of here, because she's such a good queen. Can't complain about her. She's put up a lot of brood. There's another one. 2 of them. Nothing in them. They're just the little ends cups. I'm gonna destroy just to make it. If they want another one, they're gonna have to build it, because I'm not gonna let them have a place to put a egg in those. Yeah, I know. I'm making you mad. They have been a little easier to work with as far as getting in the way, because it's so cool today. I mean, yes, I'm sweating through my gloves, but it's not even 90 degrees in August. It's so cool, so nice. We had a cold front come through. Golly, that is completely empty and light as a feather. They have got that ready for her to come back and start laying in. So 7. So maybe she'll come back and start laying in that one in a few days. So everything from here forward may be empty, or pretty close to it. Yeah, this one's empty. This one's just as light as the other one was. That bee's got pollen on it. Bright yellow pollen. Oh, not bright yellow, but dull yellow. Wonder where she's getting that. There's a little bit of, well, there's larva and brood in that one on the edge. Huh. Maybe she just laid a few eggs on her way past. But They haven't used the bee pollen substitute feeder that I put out the other day. Excuse me. There's a lot of brood on that one. A lot of brood. Look at the pattern she's got, man. But they haven't even, I have not seen one single bee go in or out of that pollen substitute feeder that I set up. And I don't know if it's just because they don't need the pollen. They haven't, I mean, it's right over there. It's right there. So it's not like they can't find it, I wouldn't think. So maybe there's enough pollen still around here. Now, it's, you know, we're into mid-August, 25th. I guess you'd actually be on the later end of August. But that's got some pollen and it's got some larvae in it. Same here, it's got a lot of larvae, some cap cells. I don't see any pollen on that side though. But the goldenrod, I've heard some people say it started blooming in places, and the ragweed, I think, maybe. I have been sneezing my fool head off the last few days, and I think ragweed is what bothers my sinuses. I think ragweed may be coming on too. So that may be where they're getting the pollen. I haven't seen another bee. There's another bee with pollen. It's a little bit brighter yellow. So they're getting pollen from somewhere. Not a whole lot. I don't see a lot of bees with pollen on them, but there's a few. Come on. Two more bars, and then I'll go back to. Haven't seen another queen cup. Of course, I haven't been looking that hard. I just kind of, whenever I see one, I'll do something with it. What is that? Pollen, I think. Like a little glob of pollen that somebody dropped off. There's another one with. There's two of them with pollen. Three of them. There's a few pollen. Yeah, there's several with pollen on their legs. So they're getting it from somewhere. That one's mostly pollen. Got a few drone cells. I'm tempted to go back and cut those drone cells off. So I know it's their natural process of everything, you know, to raise drones, but I really don't want drones. I don't want them to swarm. I don't need them to. There's a lot of pollen on that. I can see several with pollen on their legs. A lot of pollen. I think that's almost just all pollen. Whew. This is the one that's kind of wobbly because it's end heavy with pollen. Number one. A lot of propolis too. So, all right. Now I'm probably going to fast forward this because I know y'all don't want to see me close stuff up. If something happens of note, I'll slow it down or stop. I'll go back to normal speed unless I get swarmed here. Good gosh. Well, I made a bunch of them mad that time. Whew. Really. Whew. That dude is tight. Some of this down here could move over probably. There. That's not bad. There. Not enough gap for bees, but it's not so tight. There. You get a little bit of, maybe a little ventilation through there too. But yeah, there's not enough gap in there for bees. Alrighty, well, this one's done. Painless. A lot of bees in there. I don't know why they were so far to the front. I think it was just because maybe it was so cool last night. And it's kind of cool today, actually. It's I don't think it's 90 degrees. It feels like it's 70s because it's not humid at all. The wind's blowing, so it feels like it's like 70 something, which it's nice. You're not going to hear me complain about 70-degree weather.